Elias Anderson, Rhea, Vincent Tremblay, Tristan Hoffman, Andrew Peacock, James Isn't Real, and Ryan Peters. Thank you so much to all of my channel members. I really appreciate it. To be upfront with you guys, I've been struggling with really bad burnout these last couple of weeks. There's days where it's like I'm fighting myself to sit down and record videos, because a lot of times I either record these videos after work or like on my days off work. But it's just like, I don't know, the last few weeks it's just been like, feels like I'm burning the candle at both ends a bit. And I know the quality of the videos has suffered a bit, so I don't know what I need to do to get my mojo back, but I'm gonna try and figure it out. Probably once all this wedding planning stuff is done, then I'll have it figured out, but it's just my time and energy is going in so many different directions at the moment. But I realized, the other day I had this comment on one of my NFL videos, like a negative comment, and I reacted to it in a way that I usually wouldn't, in a way honestly I'm not proud of. I try not to engage with that stuff, and I was like, ooh, why did I react that way? I usually don't let that get to me, but I realized that was all part of it. Anyway guys, let's get into it. We have week 4, the AFC. We'll start there as always. Texans versus Jaguars. The Texans did have a shock loss last week, but I think they'll bounce back. I think that they will, and honestly at this point I just don't have any faith in this Jacksonville Jaguars team as much as I want them to be better than they have been. They just haven't proven that they are any better than that, so I'm going to take the Texans there. Steelers, Colts. Steelers are 3-0 at the moment, and I see no chance of that slowing down. I mean, this Colts team, I do think they're talented. I like the coach. I like Richardson, but Anthony Richardson leads the entire league in interceptions, and he isn't even passing the ball that much. And I think the Steelers team with that elite defense are just going to feast on any and all mistakes that he makes, so I'm going to take the Steelers there. Broncos, Jets. The Broncos did get a very convincing victory last week. Maybe this week will be the week that Bo Nix finally throws an interception. He throws an interception, throws a touchdown. He got a rushing touchdown last week. He's yet to get a passing touchdown. We'll see. Maybe they can carry on that momentum. I think that the Broncos are better than they've looked. I think that if they have competent quarterback play, they could be a decent team. I just think that offense, that's what they've been lacking. But this Jets team is really, really good. Aaron Rodgers, I'm not going to say he looks like the Aaron Rodgers of old, because that's not true. Aaron Rodgers of old is an MVP caliber player week in, week out, but Aaron Rodgers looks a lot better than I thought he would, coming off that injury and missing an entire season of football at his age. And the Jets have been humming, so I'll take the Jets there. Chiefs, Chargers. Honestly, the Chargers, I really want them to win, but they're just dealing with too many injuries at the moment. Basically everybody up and down that roster is dealing with some sort of injury. Herbert re-injured his ankle. He's probably going to end up playing, but he's not going to be at 100%. And the Chiefs, like I've said, I feel like this is one of the weakest, or this is the weakest the Chiefs have looked in the Mahomes era. They're still winning games. They're 3-0. I don't think this hobbled Chargers team is going to do anything to stop them. Browns versus versus Raiders. I think this really depends on which version of the Browns we're getting. Are we getting week 1 Browns? Are we getting week 2 Browns? Week 3 Browns? This Raiders team, we know they have an elite defense. They just went toe-to-toe with the Panthers. That Panthers offensive line, which is elite. But this defense, they held up against this defense. The Browns, I don't know if they hold up as well. I feel like this could go either way, but maybe I'll go Raiders. I'm not confident in that, to be honest. Bills versus Ravens. This is gonna, maybe who else is playing? This might be my game of the week, Bills Ravens. The Bills right now are my favorite to win a Super Bowl, and Josh Allen is my favorite for MVP. Early in the season, obviously, and that's all subject to change. It almost certainly will change. But Josh Allen's just been playing lights out. He's not having interception issues so far this season, knock on wood. And this Ravens team, the expectations on the team coming into this season was Super Bowl or bust. And so far, they're not looking like Super Bowl favorites. Obviously, there's still time to turn that around. And they're very hot and cold, which is the frustrating part with this Ravens team. There'll be like one quarter where they look completely dominant, and then the next quarter where they look completely incompetent. But this Bills team's been firing on all cylinders. I think this will be a very good game, but I'm going to give the edge to the Buffalo Bills. And then we have the Titans versus the Dolphins. It's just going to be an absolute... this Titans team has looked absolutely abysmal. Will Levis looks like he's regressed from last season. Then you have the Dolphins, who've just been a train wreck so far. Got absolutely manhandled by the Seahawks last week. This is going to be a really bad game, but do I think maybe the Titans get their first win here? Maybe. Maybe that'll be my upset pick. I don't know if that's an upset, but it hurts for me to see the Dolphins performing this way, but I just have no faith in the Dolphins right now. Speaking of somebody I have no faith in, the Cincinnati Bengals started the season 0-3, and they're going into Carolina to play the Panthers. Now, every single person thinks the Bengals are getting their first win here, but I said this in my review video, and I am a man of my word. I said the Cincinnati Bengals are going to lose to the Carolina Panthers next week. I have no faith in this team right now, and I don't think that this Bengals defense, which is bad, this Bengals defense is bad, is going to put any pressure on Andy Dalton. The Carolina Panthers right now statistically have the second best offensive line in the entire NFL. We saw Jaden Daniels carve up this Bengals defense. We saw him absolutely torch their secondary. And he's a rookie. I'm not saying that he's not good. He looked really good. But you have a veteran in Andy Dalton. And I think that Carolina can get the win here. And if I'm the Cincinnati Bengals, I'm going full rebuild. I'm firing the head coach. And I'm seeing what I can get for certain guys on the roster, because it feels like if this happens, it feels like it's over. The Super Bowl window is done. The current Super Bowl window. Patriots and Niners. The Niners have looked bad. The Patriots have been up and down. What is it? Is this the week that Christian McCaffrey comes back, or is that next week? Hold on, let me, because I don't remember if IR was 4 weeks or 6 weeks. Sorry, I'm just quickly reading. No, he's not gonna play. Ayuk has been bad. Williams has been bad. Birdie has been really good though. said last week, Birdie had 8 incompletions, and 6 of them were receivers dropping the ball. Only 2 of them were bad passes. I'm going to give the edge to the 49ers here. Cowboys, Giants. Now this game will probably be over by the time you guys see this video. I'm recording this Thursday night, my time, Wednesday night, your time. This will go up Friday. So, Friday my time, Thursday your time, so this will already be over. I'm going to take the Cowboys. Actually, this right here could be another really good game. Packers, Vikings, and from what I see, a lot of people are picking the Packers here. I think this will be close, and this Packers team, they've been really good, even with Jordan Love being out. That coaching staff has gotten the most out of their backup QB, Malik Willis, I believe his name is. My apologies if that's wrong. And they've looked really, really good. If they were playing anybody else but the Vikings, I think I would take the Packers right now. But the Vikings are 3-0. They've been absolutely carving people up. Their offense is humming. Their defense looks amazing. Their defensive schemes are really good. They leave offenses guessing. I'm going to go give the edge to the Vikings here. If the Vikings keep winning, I'm going to keep picking them until they prove me wrong. Rams, Bears. This Los Angeles Rams team they don't have any quit in them. We saw last week they were down, and they clawed their way back. They got the victory, and even I think they've lost once this season in that loss. They're a persistent team. They don't give up when they're down. They keep firing, they keep going. And they even have, some injuries there. They're missing some guys. But it feels like this LA Rams team just makes wins happen. So I'm going to take them here. Eagles versus Buccaneers. The Buccaneers really disappointed me last week after their hot start. They looked really bad. Saquon Barkley right now is just an absolute stud. He had that one drop, obviously, that everyone blamed him for in week 2, but week 3 he was an absolute beast. His running game is just next level right now. I think this Eagles team overall is just going to be too much for the Buccaneers. I'll take them there. Saints, Falcons, both came off losses last week. But overall, I thought the Falcons looked better last week than the Saints did. Obviously, the Saints, they had pretty high highs weeks 1 and 2 if they can get back to that level. But I like this Falcons team. I trust this Falcons team. I think they can get the win here. Commanders, Cardinals. Cardinals came crashing back down to earth last week after electrifying week 2 win. And this Commanders team, they're just playing solid football. Jaden Daniels is quickly, he looks like maybe the CJ Stroud of this draft. Not the first quarterback taken, maybe the best quarterback taken. Like I said last week, what I really liked seeing with Jaden Daniels was how calm he was under pressure. In that fourth quarter, he burned time off the clock. He put his team in a winning position. He had that veteran presence about him. And I'm going to give Washington the edge here. I want them to prove me wrong, but until they do, or I don't know, I didn't mean I want them to prove me wrong, but I'm saying it's like if they're going to keep winning, I'm going to, back their horse until they prove me wrong. The Seahawks versus the Lions. The Lions proved me wrong last week. They got the win. They looked a lot better last week than I thought they had in the first couple. But the Seahawks right now, I don't want to sound like a homer. I don't want to sound like a Lions hater. I actually quite like the Detroit Lions, but right now I feel like my Seahawks are playing really good football. I think we're good on both sides of the ball. We have a good offense, we have a good defense. Our secondary has been really, really good. I feel like our only issue has been our offensive line. Geno Smith is getting pressured quite a bit, but I mean, I feel like we're pretty strong on both sides of the ball. I feel like we're maybe, I don't know, between 9 and 13 in the power rankings. I think the Lions are probably ahead of us in the power rankings. I would say even that the Lions are the better team overall, but I don't know. I have a feeling, maybe call me delusional, but I think we're going to get the win this week. Maybe I'm going to be a homer. But I mean, I'm obviously going to be wrong about a lot here because the NFC, I only have one home team winning, and I feel like that's very unlikely. Like, this is probably, and maybe this is probably what's going to happen. I would say this is more likely than this. But these are just the picks I'm going with, and plus I feel like Minnesota and Lambeau, they don't perform. Green Bay against Minnesota and Lambeau is usually quite Green Bay, pretty positive for them, but I don't know. Like I said, I need this Minnesota Vikings team to lose before I bet against them again, because right now they just look like there's no brakes on the train, so until I see those brake sparks flying, I'm going to keep betting that the train will keep moving forward. So, in the AFC, I have the Texans being the Jaguars, the Steelers being the Colts, the Jets being the Broncos, the Chiefs being the Chargers, the Raiders being the Browns. Maybe that's an upset, I'm not sure. The Bills being the Ravens, and the Titans beating the Dolphins. That's probably an upset there. And the Carolina Panthers upsetting the Bengals, and the Niners being the Patriots in the NFC. Cowboys being the Giants, Vikings beating the Packers, Rams being the Bears, the Eagles being the Buccaneers, the Falcons being the Saints, the Commanders being the Cardinals, and the Seahawks beating the Lions. So, anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much. We just hit 7,000 subscribers a couple of days ago. Absolutely huge. As you see, I've had this over my shoulder for the last little while. Road to 10K. We are 70% of the way to 10,000 subscribers, so thank you to each and every one of you along the way, wherever it is that you joined me for this journey, for hopping on. I do hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this almost every single